Welcome back to another episode of Bejan Hustle, and today we have with us Gabrielle Welch, and she is the hands behind Elegantly Blessed Hair Studios. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and a bit about your business?
Yes, please. As you would have heard, I am Gabrielle Welch, and Elegantly Blessed Hair Studio started from humble beginnings. We started in 2013. You know, I was going to homes, visiting and doing hair. So we were basically a mobile salon. And right now, today in 2020, we have our home setup. And in time, we have plans for greater things. Services that we presently offer, it's a full service salon, so you get your chemicals. If you're a natural lady, you get your protective styling. And one thing that we're big here at Elegantly Blessed on is really taking care of your natural hair. We always say styles second, hair first. Yes, we pay close attention to your hair care, and we make sure that before we do any treatments, we start at the sink testing the hair to see exactly what your hair needs so we can provide the hair care that you need.
Persons contact you, Gabrielle.
You can contact us via Instagram at Elegantly Blessed Hair Studio. You can just type in at Elegantly Blessed Hair. And then you could also contact us on Facebook, Elegantly Blessed again, at our email address, elegantlyblessed246@gmail.com, and our WhatsApp number, 822-9461.
So what will we be doing today, Gabrielle?
Okay, so we have our lovely client, Jaleesa.
Say hi, Jaleesa.
She is a naturalista. This day we are going to be lightly blow drying her hair, and then we are also going to install some large knotless braids, and that's the in trend, guys, so you can check us out for your knotless braids.
So without further ado, on to the hustle.
So here we are lightly blow drying Jaleesa's hair. So blow drying really can be used after you would have done a wash, or it could be used in an effort to elongate the hair before a style. We're putting the levels on low because we are mindful of how much heat applied to the hair. We would have also applied previously heat protectant serum, and that's very critical because, as we say, Elegantly Blessed, hairstyle second and hair protection first. There we go. Good. So that's what we're doing, and I'm going through, making sure, and you can see that I'm going through by two sections. And her hair is really, the technique here is really the emphasis on elongating, because you can see my hair right there and I'm pulling it through. I am not tugging her hair. I'm lightly pulling it through so you can see all of those kinky sections they're blowing out. And I will let Donisia go through the other section by herself, so when she gets home, she will be stable. She came to Elegantly Blessed Hair Studio and she knows how to blow out a blow dry. Nice. So we're gonna just do a little twist here. And when I twist, it's just two sections, and I kind of lock it in. Ready.
Not to live that speed up already.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So here is my section that she's gonna get. She knows what to do. This one is a little big, so I'll just section off for you. And you go do your thing.
First, you apply your heat protectant. And then you start from the ends. And then you detangle with the comb. Just comb it out first.
She's following all the steps. She's a nice student.
And now for this part.
Goes on. Low, very good.
So I can just. This is the hard part, guys. Anissa.
We should do a race.
I should.
So we've done our hair serum. We're finally detangling at the end. The ends of the hair is the oldest part of her hair. Remember, my hair was very, very short and it would come here. When she was younger, there. Well, by that time, I guess that hair would have been trimmed off or broken off or something. But it's the oldest part of the hair, and we have to pay very close attention to that section. There we go. Nice. And once we get that, we just go through to make sure they're not there. So we have a little something at the end. I'm going to make sure it's not. Yeah, there we go. That's right. So we work our way up when we're combing. If ever you start your hair, you're always going to butt a knot. Natural girls, straightened girls. And guys, start from bottom, work your way to the top. It's going to, your hair is going to smile. Yeah. Alright, so here we go. Our memory said that our hair sheds 80 to 100 times a day, not 80 to 100 sections in a week or even for the duration of a style. So when you get this when you're combing out, don't fuss, because her hair didn't break off. Her hair was shedding and that was just in there. We just combed it out. We just combed it out. So don't sweat if you see that in your comb. Don't sweat at all. I'm also managing with my 2 fingers. Yeah, so that's helping me hold it. Teresa, how are you feeling? Good. She's good. Am I tugging her hair? Mm-hmm. There we go. I'm not tugging at all. Going through very gently and lightly. So I would have spoken a little bit about Elegantly Blessed Hair Studio. It started off. Well, I went to school at Sabshan City Hair School of Beauty, and that's where it was trained. In fact, I went there, I had just finished secondary school, and I went to that hair school, and for me, I wanted a skill. I'll tell all young people, get a skill, get something that you could do with your hands, because in the world that we live in, you may need to fall back on something. Now, even though I have my 8:30 to 3:30 job, I work on weekends. I also work during the week on evenings, etc. and going into the night, because I understand that this is what you need to do to live. Now, being real, we are Bajans, and how Barbados is going right now, living off one salary is not really cutting it, okay? It's not cutting it, and it's not really about the money, it's just doing something that you love. And if you could have a hobby, now listen, young people, if you're watching, listen to this part, if you listen to nothing else, if you could have a hobby that making money, you're in a good space. Have a hobby that makes money.
Do what you love.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, after you go to your 9 to 5 and you decide, alright, I tired there, or maybe it's not really, you're just doing it for the money. You're just doing it for the money. You will eventually get accustomed to the pay. You will eventually get accustomed to the pay, and then the passion, the drive, the enthusiasm that you had initially because of the pay, or because, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do, because, you know, there's a whole fad about being in the white collar jobs, you know, in the corporate world. When really and truly nobody never really told you that hairdressers and car painters, those persons, mechanics, people make money. You understand? And they make money because it's the passion. The passion, good management, and like I say, if you can go to school to learn the skill and the craft well, so that you could be the best on the market. Yeah? Understand there will always be competition, and that's good. There will always be competition, but know that once you do your best, people will find you. I have clients that come from St. Lucie here. Nobody cares that the salon is in St. Philip. I have clients that come from St. Thomas. They don't care. They're like, Gabby, when can you hook me up? You know why? Because it's the service that brings them back, the care, the chats that we have, and elegantly blessed hair studio. We don't talk people's name in here at all. This is one salon that you know you can come and we could have a nice, wholesome chat. Usually, we have our jazz music playing, we have our Afro beats, anything, you know.
But copyright, we don't want to get copyrighted here, so.
Oh yeah, so we can cut all that piece. But we have some.
No, it doesn't mean.
Oh yeah.
If you got the music playing, you can get copyright in the video.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yes, please. There you go. So, we make sure that the clients are really happy, and even though you see money on, there are still people behind this business. Don't think that because you are making it alone, but you're on your own in your, you know, entrepreneurship dream. Don't think that you need to do it all by yourself. You don't have to. Just get the networks, connect with people, you know, get the support. That's going to give you even more motivation, even on the days when you don't have it. Persons see the loopholes of things that you don't see, tell you where you can improve, and that's really good. And then you hook up with people like Donicia from Bajan Hustle, and you know, she helps with your promotion, she helps to advertise the business for you, and then also she's a really nice client. So guys, just understand too. And then there are persons that have lots of tips on business, so you can also just, you know, gravitate to people in your circle that have the knowledge. Don't think that you have to do it all by yourself. There are lots of resourceful people.
questions for you.
Okay.
And the first question is, what inspired you to start doing hair?
Okay, well, I always had a passion for hair. You know, that girl in the high school bathroom, well, Barbara used to say secondary school bathroom, doing your friend's hair. I wouldn't say skip classes though, but in the little break to do their hair. And my mom saw that passion. So she decided to send me to hair school. And it was a long process, but I can say it was a very thorough program where I learned the weaving, I learned coloring, I learned the technicalities of the other chemicals, even how to do natural hair. In fact, I will let you know that when it was time to do braiding and weaving, sister girl was teaching some of the other students that were there, and my teacher just observed as I was teaching them really, because I really just went to learn the chemicals, and that's where it was like an innate passion for me.
So as an entrepreneur, as a hairdresser, what advice would you give to those who want to start doing hair?
Well, I would say start small. Don't think that you need to go really big really fast. And you have your ideas, but I'll tell you this one thing, jot them down. Set your goals and then your small objectives for the year, take them off so you make sure that you are growing with your dream.
Yeah.
It's not a moment where you had that and then 5 years you look back and say, shucks, but I didn't really accomplish that. So take them off. I'd also say know your worth. Know your worth. There are lots of hairstylists, there are lots of entrepreneurs in Barbados and across the world, but you must know what you can do and what you bring to the table. So once you set a price, don't let anybody mark you down. Don't say, okay, well, you know, you're my friend, I'm gonna give you this little free thing, or maybe, you know, well, I'm gonna take, you know, pay me later. That's not gonna work, because you know what? The light bill is still going to come in at the particular time of the month, so you still need to plan and get your money and know your worth, because people will respect you.
Yeah,
people will respect you when you say this is it. Be very professional, be very cordial with people, and let them know I'm very sorry, but I don't do pay me laters. I do it right now. If you work out a pay system, do what you need to do, depends on the person that your target audience. But once you set that, don't let anybody bring you down.
Advantages. Can you tell us the advantages of having your own business, being a hairdresser?
Okay. Well, the advantage of being a hairdresser is really to interact with my clients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tap in, because I'm a social worker first, teacher second, and I should say all around, really, I am a hairstylist, because that really, when I was at school studying for social work, I was doing hair to help push me through. So my advantage is interacting with persons and then utilizing the skills that I have to really support people. So there are times, so we have Elegantly Blessed Hair Studio. Really and truly, it is a wellness center, because when people come and I realize, okay, ladies have a tendency to just share how they're feeling when they're at a salon, and it means a lot to women when you can give them adequate advice, the advice that is really needed for their bit. So that's an advantage for me, and then to see the lovely end result at the end, I could be as tired as what, but that's always a plus for me.
I feel like that is like one advantage for like most persons who deal with their hands, like who are creative, like the end product. Like.
Yeah.
So how about the disadvantages?
Well, the disadvantages of being a hairdresser. Well, I can say that it definitely takes a toll on your back and your feet, because you're constantly standing. There are tools out there where you could be seated while doing hair, but then you plait slower. The other disadvantage is really when you have to be dealing with customers who want a style but aren't willing to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's almost like that happens. It doesn't only happen in here. It happens with basically all entrepreneurs, all small entrepreneurs who they work with their hands. They would have spent so many different waking moments on learning their craft, and then somebody's like, I really want this, I really want this. Say for example with hair, it doesn't work like that because I do a performer invoice before, so you know what you're gonna get, how much it is, so you can come with your money prepared, and I don't change the price after. But for some persons, they said, okay, well, I want this service, and then after the product is completed, and the person's like, oh, but I don't have the money. That drives us crazy.
That's why she said to know your worth at the beginning of the video.
Know your worth, don't settle. Never settle. You've got to get close.
So as y'all can see, we are finished. This is the finished product. You just have to put hot water on. You gotta zoom in. Me and my feelings. I like to have my hair done, honestly. I touch it and it look good.
It look real and neat. And it's sweet face. It look real sweeter. Yeah.
So guys, we are finished.
Yeah. You're all done. Looking lovely. How was your experience?
It was lovely, especially the care. And then the key. Did you like the key?
Nice.
I don't know why, but I like the key. To stop the hair, I like that.
Right, that's good. And your hair is not pulling, tugging, or anything like that. Nice. And it's fuzzy to you. Everything is neat and nice. And the edges are still intact, guys. Edges are intact. Baby hair is done later. We good to go. Yeah. There you go.
We have finished our clients, well, her clients here.
You have.
Do a spin, do a spin pedicure. Gabrielle booked Elegantly Blessed for your hair appointment. She does a whole host of things from braids, wigs, natural hair cornrows, anything. Just book her for.
Even chemicals as well. Come on, guys.
So, make sure to follow Gabrielle, Elegantly Blessed Hair Studios on Instagram. Follow her on Facebook. And also remember to check out Beijing Hustle. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, guys. That's the end. Bye-bye.